Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope that you are doing well. We have been very blessed this past week with wonderful, rainy, cool weather, and I hope that it continues, but it doesn't look like it might be so. But it was a blessing nonetheless, right? A couple of announcements. Okay, so today is the last day for you to be able to sign up on Patreon to get these little gifts here from Mary Kay, the very fabulous hot pink eyeshadow and lip gloss, in addition to the spell kit of your choice, if you sign up for the tiers 2 and up. So anybody that signs up by tonight for that second tier and up is going to receive this in the mail. And so this is also just the last day of Pride Month, right? And I just hope that you all have been enjoying just being in celebration of people of all different genders. And it's just really been interesting, the readings, the daily draws concerning Pride. So last Thursday was the Two of Wands. Sorry, here. It's the Two of Wands. Okay, and the Two of Wands represents short and long-term planning, looking at all of the options for both fun trips as well as your retirement and any of your goals. What are your long and short-term goals in life? And so last Thursday was a major focusing energy for that. And then Friday was the Knight of Swords inverted. Now the Knight of Swords inverted, he is very egotistical and argumentative, vain. He can even be abusive because when he's right side up, he is the knight in shining armor, and when inverted, he tends to use his power in a negative way to try to control people. So that was Friday's energy. And then Saturday, we had the Empress. And so the Empress represents the divine feminine, beauty in all things, grace, eloquence, and I really just kept getting, when I was writing that description, that our society really just sees power and strength in very aggressive masculine energies, when in fact there's so much power residing within the feminine as well. And we need to embrace that and accept that, both within ourselves and in with other people. And it's when we can actually, honor the divine energies in all of us, and seeing the power, both the simple little delicate flower as opposed to this mighty hawk. All of these different energies are all power. They're all different forms of it. And so the feminine divine, this is the mother goddess, and this energy was on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's like the mother goddess got a little grumpy because I got the goddess. So in this deck, they had the kings and queens, gods and goddesses. So it's the goddess or the queen of cups inverted, and this represents a person very moody, depressed, maybe even possessive of her children and other people around her, and she just has very unhealthy attachments. And so that was the Sunday energy. And then Monday was feathers. So the feathers card, this is in the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards deck. This represents restoration, assistance, and healing. And it was really a call for just looking for any feathers that you may find when you're walking outside or hiking. Those might be messages from your spirit guides. And it's all about, trying to take it easy on yourself. That was another major message, was taking it easy on yourself, not being so hard on yourself, and also focusing on your healing. And then yesterday's card was the Emperor. So this is, just the counterpart to the Empress here. The Emperor, when he's ready to set up, and they both were when I pulled them, it was really interesting. The Emperor represents the divine masculine, and this represents the balance of the mind and the emotions. He's a very good, caring leader, and he makes sound judgments. And he's also really not represented very well in our society, quite honestly. We just happen to see the very aggressive, bullying, maybe even, it's maybe more of that Knight of Swords inverted, that very abusive energy, very harsh, when in fact a very balanced masculine energy is not harsh. It is not abusive. And this is something that we need in our society to acknowledge, is these powerful energies of both the feminine divine and the masculine divine, and to find these within ourselves and with other people. And I'm going to get back to that in a second concerning pride. And then the card for today was the full moon in Virgo. And this card represents taking care of the home, taking care of yourself, decluttering, releasing energies if you need to take a salt bath or cleanse your home with, smoke or something like that. And I'll be getting to that in my next video here. But, I really felt that, this past week, a lot of it has been just about balance of all things. So we have balance of our time and looking at our planning, but also that balancing of the masculine and the feminine. And there are many different genders, and there are many different forms of masculine and feminine, and we all hold masculine and feminine energies within us. Each one of us, we have and it's not just, are we masculine or are we feminine? It's like we have this varying, shades of degrees of the masculine and the feminine. And, and trying to force ourselves and other people into these boxes of, well, you have to act this way in order to be this. You have to be this way in order to be this. And, especially when it's including, laws, obviously. And this gets back to the gay pride. And that's why gay pride is so important for all of us, because we have to embrace everyone. Okay, whatever their variations of masculine and feminine, it doesn't matter. They are people. Okay, and I see their energies as opposed to their physical bodies. Usually when I'm actually talking to somebody, I tend to see their energies more than anything. And that can be, different shades. And also that's going to reflect if you're not feeling well that day, all of those things. But, we need to have this acceptance and balancing and just stopping with all the judgments of, who needs to do what and when and how, and just really be focusing on ourselves. Okay. And that's where this comes in. We need to be taking care of ourselves. We need to be balancing, decluttering, cleansing our homes with feathers. And so this is what I'm actually be talking about in my video with my patrons, is I'm actually be talking about how to make a smudging fan, because that's part of these energies for this week here between, today's card and the card for feathers. But, I just want you to really just think about, what are the feminine aspects of yourself? What are the masculine aspects of yourself? And with no judgments at all whatsoever. Get rid of all of the judgments that you have received from other people, and this is especially including family, friends, government, everything like that. And just look at, I really have a lot of this kind of energy here and this, but I also have this kind of energy here, and just accepting. And this is what this says on this card here. It's the full moon in Virgo. It says, you are good enough. Okay. And that is the most important thing for all of us to accept, is that no matter what your variation of masculine, feminine, all the genders, okay, you are good enough. And we need to get past this binary opposition, only two ways of thinking, that there is this and this and that's it. Okay. We all, and this is not just our biology of this lifetime. We all have been genders of all kinds in past lives. And that's part of why past life regressions are actually really important, is to be able to tap into those memories of when you were a different kind of gender, a different type of race, a different type of this. So that you can start seeing where your soul has been, what your lessons have been, and to accept yourself wholly. Okay. And also looking at what things you need to work on as well, right? That maybe because of all the judgments that you've had in this lifetime, as well as in past lives, that you have really learned to just push people away, or you don't trust people, or whatever it is, that we all have things that we need to work on, right? But, just looking within ourselves, looking to find that masculine and feminine divine in all of us. I think that you're really going to be surprised at what you uncover, especially if you get a chance to meditate on that for a bit. What exactly does that even look like to you? And how might that change your perspective on everybody in your life and everybody in our society and everybody in the world, right? So I hope that you all are doing well. And as I said, if you want to sign up for my Patreon level in order to get these goodies here, because this is the last day to get them, no matter what gender, right? These are for a celebration of gay pride in all genders. And so sign up by midnight tonight in order to be attached for this next month. And you will also be able to choose a spell kit that you wish. And also, if you could just leave a little comment at the bottom of this video, either if it's in the Facebook that you've been watching it on, or on my YouTube channel, just write a little comment on how, yes, just write, I am good enough. I want you to write that. I want you to write that in order to make it a real thing, because we can often think about it, but it's when we actually type it out that's when it makes it real, right? If other people can read it. And it's perfectly fine if nobody reads it, right? Because it's not about them, it's about you. Okay, so, after you've watched this video, if you can just write that down in the comment section, then let's just get that energy going. We have to start changing our perspective on ourselves and our society concerning what's good enough and what is masculine, feminine, who we are, and how we interact with each other. Okay. And if you sign up by tonight to become a patron, then you'll be able to watch my video on how to make a smudging fan. Okay. So you all have a good rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you in July. And also, happy 4th of July for those that are in the United States. And I hope that you have as calm of a home, if you have pets, as possible. This is something that I have to deal with every year, that I've been dealing with for weeks now here in my neighborhood, is people setting off fireworks. So I hope that you can get a nice calm energy for your animals and have a safe, happy holiday. Okay? All right. I will see you all next Wednesday. All right. Bye-bye.